Hey, cats, what's good? A couple topics for you here, Sunday afternoon edition. We'll talk about a recent session in the Colorado State House, and the New York Times drops a hilarious article on bedriddens with biddens. But you know the deal. You want to hit? Here you go. We're coming to get you!
These types of laws have been used to ban drag shows, to target individuals who use the restroom of the sex that they identify with, a public restroom, to charge them with felony charges. I am very concerned about the attacks against the transgender community that are happening across the country. When I initially read this bill, it did not even come to mind, for me either, as an advocate. But as I've looked at the bills and as I've talked to my colleagues who are fighting these types of bills across the country, it's very clear to me that the language is very much mirrored in some of the laws that have been used to target members of our community because of who they are.
Welcome in. Thanks for coming as always. Appreciate the stop. Like I said, couple topics here. We'll start off Friday, Colorado State House session. 27 dems vote against making indecent exposure to minors a Class 6 felony, right? In the intro there, you got to see one of those state reps speaking on the floor and letting you know that it's an attack on Decepticons to charge them with exposing their junk to your daughters in the bathroom. Right? She didn't exactly say that, but, she was talking about it's basically, taking their choice of a bathroom away without arrest or something. And, of course, the bill isn't about what bathroom you use. It's about exposing yourself once again. So, it's keeping in fashion with a crumbling empire, the left loves to free the criminals while they prosecute citizens, and this is no different. These same people will speak on the safety and the choice of their own children while demanding that you sacrifice yours, and also expecting you to destroy centuries of thought and tradition to rebuild society around 1.5% to 2% of civilization, right? For nothing more, of course, it's for equities, but we know it's to compel speech and thought. Real shit. They're literally trying to introduce legislation around the country to make, mispronouns, newspeak bullshit illegal, basically, like a Mulvaney. Say what it is, and you could get removed from the old use tubes or whatever. It's absolute shit, and none of it was necessary for the fact that you'll see for yourself around the inner zones. Right now, there's a ton of goofy little threads out there that will show you movies from the 80s, Tu Wong Fu and bullshit like that, saying you've been entertained by transmissions for decades. What's the difference now? I mean, the difference is that they were backup characters. It was a comedy. It was looked at as comical and strange and kind of nonsensical. And, instead, now it's been force-fed into everything, making like historical characters and, characters of ethnic lore, into minority, transmissions. I mean, it's, it is what it is. We'll point out reality. And, they'll call you a bigot for not agreeing, and no one cared again until kids were involved, until again, it was jammed down our throat in every facet of media entertainment. I mean, at this point, it's hard to even be able to watch a cartoon without some type of, homosexual activity or what have you. And it's not, people have, making uncomfortable. It's literally undoing like the fabric of society. We can get into a whole nother debate on that, but, that's the real deal. You're seeing it in real time. And it's a small percentage. It's just the larger percentage acquiescing to the whims. Moving on.
Everybody benefits. It grows the economy. Fuck Fox News. But don't let up now. I wrote the bill on the environment. Don't tell me what the White House is ranked. But pay your fair share. Pay them more. I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far.
Right? It'd be absolute hilarity if it wasn't reality. What a creepy fella, man. But that leads right into the New York Times. Of course. Just dropped a piece trying to propagandize the plebes into thinking that America will be just fine with a corpse as executive chief. Right? Questions, content, and poking fun all over the inner zones can be found when it comes to bedridden's health and cognitive decline. New polls out show that 65 to 70% of the population don't want this guy to run. Right around the same time he announces his run for 2024, right? And these people are actually arguing that the country doesn't need a fully functional president, citing Roosevelt in World War II and Reagan in the 80s, who admittedly had Alzheimer's, didn't have the current drug technology to keep him hopped up during speaking events, yet was still more cognizant than Biden is now. Right? Keeping in that pattern of a crumbling empire that the left embraces so well, they would love to have, a puppet corpse as, the head of their movement. Obviously, he's going to sign and do whatever he's told. Fetterman, prime example. That guy can barely say his name, yet they want you to believe he's in the Senate voting on bills and leading committees. You know what I'm saying? Again, absolute clown world, and it would be funny if it wasn't my country it was happening to. You guys tell me what you think. Argue with me in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. Smell you later.
We're not against the Republicans. We're not against the Republicrats. We are against those MAGA thugs. Thugs. My
friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet? That's what I don't understand.